Woo! Oh, everybody tuning in, welcome to Kicking It with Triple C. My guest, special guest, he is your G.A.M.E undisputed champion, G.A.M.E, James RAULERSON. He is also the co-creator for Damien and Sinister Gage. Thank you for joining me, Jimmy.
My pleasure, brother.
All right, man. So we got a long list of questions, guys. If you have any tuning in, have any questions, let's go ahead and share this real quick. Got to do that, right? Or else no one's gonna tune in and watch us. Anyone on YouTube that has seen this already, or if you're seeing this because you're subscribed, thank you. Stuff's being slow. All right, there we go. And let's share this to the boys. Oh, I wonder if it has a way to share a link before. Still learning. Gotta do that.
You're breaking up real bad now with the video.
Oh, am I?
I don't know if you could get a video loaded up or what, but something happened and it's
I'm
like real bad connection
directly
now.
connected to my internet.
Of course, it's always when you go live when shit starts going.
We are live. We are live. People are tuning in as I speak. We are live. We are going. Should be good. Oh, KD's here. He says, Jimmy, what up, brother? How you been? I'm all out of character at the moment. I'm
Been
talking to
good,
you.
man. How you doing?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get to my questions. We got a lot of them today while I have Jimmy here. Jimmy, a lot of these questions are going to be stuff you've already touched up on with Mike that we're going to go back over. And then some going to be new material. You ready? So, how did you find EFET?
You page it up on your browser because something happened and you get it's like a real bad connection now. I mean, I hear you, but it's like breaking up real bad.
Let me see. Everything's connected on my end, and I'm directly hooked up to the internet, brother. Can you hear me all right now?
It's still a little like an echo, like a break coming in and out real bad. It
Like a
is
radio?
live actually. I don't know if you got the YouTube loaded up or something.
Yeah, we do have YouTube loaded up. That could be it, huh? Darn. Let me see if I can. Oh, where's my mic? Is that helping at all? Did that help?
It's about the same.
About the same. Shit.
It didn't start doing it till you opened the YouTube page.
Okay, so it's that YouTube page. Let me go ahead and did that help?
A little bit.
A little bit. All right. Can you at least hear me? let's see here if I can just cut these maybe. How about that?
It's better. I mean, you're not breaking up as bad now.
All right, I deleted the. We won't have the videos like I planned, but it'll be all right. We'll make it work. Um, so Jimmy, how did you find EFED? What what brought you to EFED?
You cut off at the. How did I find?
EFED?
I only caught half that.
How did you find
Oh
EFED?
shit, man. Well, I first started playing. I was playing PvP. Which I sucked at. Thought I was good. Until I actually went online playing, and something happened. I saw what they call a share button fed, and at the time I thought that was the first time I seen a fed, and I got involved with it and didn't like it because I had no control of my character, and the guy was just fucking burying my guy. So I'm like, I have no control of this, so there's got to be something better out there. And I looked around. That's when I come across you and seeing stuff, and where I actually have some control of my character. And that's pretty much how it all started.
Hell yeah. I really enjoyed this. Like guys, I brought this up in the group chat and stuff. Mike Storm already touched base when he did his podcast with Jimmy on a lot of the stuff we're gonna touch base on, but we're gonna touch base on new stuff too, so just stick with us. Um so all your cause and you. So what I mean by that is Jimmy, there's the Gage brothers, Sinister and Damien, or Lucian and Damien. And then there's the one that's probably newer to some people in G.A.M.E and FMW, which would be James. Um, how would you describe those characters to people?
Picking up real bad again.
How would you describe those characters to people that have never seen them?
Well, Damien and Lucian, well, aka Sinister, they're brothers, but polar opposite. Damien's the face. He's believes the righteousness and doing the right thing and being honorable and stuff like that. The whole 9 yards. Where Lucian is more about himself. He preaches free will. He don't believe that men should be restrained by any book or any you know man-made laws or whatnot. And he tries to push that agenda in his man by pushing people to the limits break to the point where they shed their humanity and their morality and beat over. And that's ultimate. Not so much to win matches or win titles, but to make people, in his mind, to free people from the human morality and stuff like that.
Hell yeah,
And then
man.
Jimmy, Jimmy, that's just me.
Hey, that's what I was about to say. Is Jimmy's or James, Jimmy James. He's one of my favorites. Out of the three, it used to be Sinister, and
Yeah,
then when you started coming in with James, it's just so much more of yourself, and that's the one I enjoy out of the three. Personally, that's my opinion.
yeah. Well, my James, character, he's a lot more me. I mean, pretty much, as you notice, he's not this fit guy like everybody else. Is he's overweight. I'm 6'6", 450 pounds. James is 6'6", 350 pounds. But I made him like I was back in my 30s.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
his attitude is about the same as mine was back in the days.
Yeah.
Try to get him
And
to look as much like me as I could.
I think he looks quite a bit like you. Actually, it's kind of funny. Uh, but my next so this certain podcast is going to be more based towards James. More of the questions. I'll get back to Sinister and Damien. Um, but like I said, Mike Storms he's already done one, and you guys touched mostly on Sinister and Damien. I don't really need to get too much involved in them. However, I do want to talk about because we'll get back to them later. James's debut in FMW and in game. Uh, one of my favorite skits that I've done. James holding a gun to my head. What? How did you feel about James's debut in FMW and in game?
I think it went great, man. I mean, he come out straight out the gate, busting heads, But he wasn't unbeatable. Some people get carried away with their cause and expect nobody to beat them. And I understand the entertainment side of the EFED world where you got to play the story, and in the story you got to take losses, but at the same time, you got to look good doing it. And that's what I love about the feds that I'm in, including FMW, MIW, and AOH, and NEW. Even though James is only in wrestling and FMW, you even when you lose, you still look good. So it's not like you can't say you're being buried or none of that bullshit. Like there's a lot of feds out there that would bury your character and have no idea how to put over it, even with a loss. And with us, we do that perfectly. So I mean, when he come out, he come out busting heads. But like I said, he wasn't unbeatable. So he took a loss here and there, but he looked good doing it. It's not like it's believable. It's not like fucking that bullshit with Goldberg went 200 something, something like that.
He was a crazy streak. Uh, James, his character is one of my favorite things in life. And I think so far it's been a great ride for James. I, I bet he'd agree, huh? uh, but as we move forward, uh, inside of game and FW as a whole, what was your favorite? It doesn't have to be just games, just good games, but your favorite moment across.
I'm not hearing you, man. You're breaking up real bad.
Sorry, your favorite moment across of game and FMW out of
You
all your
going in and
characters.
out real bad. I can't hear you.
Oh
Okay, I hear
man,
you now better. Now, what was the
you
question
good?
again?
Uh, your favorite moment out inside of game and FMW out of all three characters.
Oh, my favorite moment will always be, the first time I won the Purgatory World Champion with Sinister. That's the first time anything, I won any gold in feds. So that was one of my all-time favorite moments. Uh, James winning the undisputed title was, pretty awesome. I'd probably say number two. But ultimately, my favorite memory always be the first time Sinister won the Purgatory World Championship.
I was going to show a clip because I actually assumed that's what you were going to say, but the YouTube was messing with our signal, so I had to cut it. But definitely a highlight, and it actually ended up earning you those two
I can give you a
matches.
play-by-play. I kicked his ass. Is all there was to it.
uh, but you actually earned a great moment in doing so, and I'm gonna try here to pull that up for us. Not on YouTube because I don't want to kill our signal. But Bow, you ended up earning FMW Rookie of the Year 2019. Um, and in that year, an incredible stint you pulled, and I mean, just it was absolutely phenomenal. And a lot of people enjoyed it, and a lot of people voted for you. I know I was one of them. One of my
Oh
favorite
yeah.
moments, Scott Toffick versus Sinister, Hell in a Cell. I believe that would have been your second uh, Purgatory title victory, and it was a bloody match. Holiday Hell pay-per-view part 2. If you want to go watch it. Uh, and now, though, I want to get into outside of FMW and game. Out of all 3 characters, your favorite moment.
All right. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, man. Sometimes you're breaking in and out. You had a question there?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes, my
Your
favorite moment
favorite
outside of
moment,
FMW.
yeah, outside of FMW and game. Cody Omega is in the comments along with Axel Cage, and some new people that I can see.
That's
So
kind of
that's kind of cool.
that's kind of kind of a coincidence, since my favorite moment outside of FMW was when I, as Damien, took the title from Omega. Cody retired. And I don't. If I remember correctly, he'd already retired when I took the title. So I mean, to me, it's still It's still my favorite moment because it's my first time outside of FBA that actually winning gold like that. Uh, but it's like one of the bittersweet moments, knowing that Cody had retired, knowing he was going to be there to actually the promo against me and all that stuff. And I didn't even know I was winning the title until the show. I wasn't even scheduled to be on the show, and I watch every show regardless if I'm booked or not. And after the match, I think it was Coda and Cody fighting. And I remember when I first joined first joined MIW, my second match was against the Devil, Chris Harris, and it was his briefcase versus my beard. And I won that match, won that briefcase, and I held that briefcase for a while. And I'd almost forgot I even had the damn briefcase, because after a couple matches, I went on to AOH with Cody over in AOH. This Billy Thompson, and had a match over there with Big Country in the steel cage for the AOH World title, which I lost. And then they brought me back. My first time back on MIW is the night that I won the title from Cody, and which is like a total shock to me, because I mean, I talked to him the guys all the time, and nobody ever even mentioned it. Nobody ever even hinted to it. It's like, hey, I'm not on the card. Yeah, didn't have room for you that night. Whatever. Okay, still watching the show though, And all of a sudden, here I come out the ring and shit, and knocking Cody out with a briefcase and taking his title from him. And I
It
thought,
was
man,
a
that's
great moment.
still my favorite moment. Like I said, I'd really feuded with Cody.
Did you?
Even though
Can you
Cody
read
would,
that?
he'd have ate my ass up in the promo battle, but nah, Cody knows I'm blind. I can't see that little shit.
All right, so let me go ahead and read it for you.
Nah,
You
I can't
didn't
even
really,
try to read that. It's too small.
you didn't really beat me, Gage. Your day is gonna come when I show you how stupid you actually are. By the way, how's that cattle shower you need to use on yourself? Oh,
Oh, Cody, Cody,
Cody.
Cody. It's honestly funny. I held that title for 90 days, right? And not a peep from Cody Omega. The day I lose the title, Cody Omega shows back up. I think he was scared to fucking even fight me. He didn't even try to cash in his rematch clause because he couldn't beat me. So, dude, he stayed hidden for 90 days until I lost the title. Now he's back because he knows he can manipulate Rob Roman into giving him a match.
Oh man, I can't really get into that. I'm part of the Fatal Mafia, so we're just gonna move right along here. And uh, so winning the undisputed MIW undisputed title is one of your favorite moments. So how about losing the MIW undisputed title to Rob Roman?
You broke up. I can hear you.
Losing the MIW title, the undisputed or AOH by that time probably.
You know, and out of character, I loved it, man. That was a great match. I love the way fucking Jeremy put it together. I loved every aspect. Even though and this is the thing for people getting knee fetting. I knew I was losing that title at Kingdom of Honor. I knew for a few months ahead of that I was losing that title at Kingdom of Honor. I knew I was going to be putting Rob Roman over in the match. Yeah, I still promoted like I was walking out of the ring champion. And people getting into e-fetting need to realize that that's how you got to do it. You know, even if you do know, which most people don't, just happen to be in creative. Even if you know you're not going to win, promo like you are. But but
I couldn't
after
agree more.
the match, I loved it. I said every aspect of the match was just freaking awesome. In character, it fucking sucked.
Oh, it was fucking shitty.
But no, I mean, and all bullshit aside, I felt honored that they entrusted me to hold it for 90 days. I was still new to the company. I still new to the e-fetting world when they put it on me, and Mike Storm, Mike Windsor. Most people know him as Mike Storm, Jeremy, Cody, all the guys. I owe them a big thank you because and they entrusted me to hold the belt for 90 days, and I'm honored that they gave me that opportunity.
Oh man, for anyone that doesn't feel honored to hold a title in an E-Fed and just feels like it's a right, is they're going about it all the wrong way. And uh, even my TV title, which
Exactly.
whoop, there it is, right behind me, AOH TV champion, baby, right here. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and that's my baby. Big Country think he's gonna take it from me on Power, but he's wrong.
That's a big country. Don't take it from me tomorrow.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. But back to you. Uh, so you lost the MIW undisputed title, or well, the AOH undisputed title at that point. It was a sad moment. for everybody that watched. I even shed a tear for you, and came out and clapped my hands behind the great Cody Omega and Jay Fatal at my side. Well, I was at Cody's side and Fatal was on the other side, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But then a week later, James comes up with this great plan. It is Devil's Playground, and you take out one half of the Outsiders, Tucker, and he's still on the injured list. We don't know when he'll return. And well, you didn't do it. Damien and Lucian did it, and Sinister, for people that don't know Lucian, Damien and Sinister, and then and then you came out in his place to claim your rightful spot as the contender for the G.A.M.E. Undisputed title,
Hey,
which you walked out victorious on KD.
I won the tournament. I was the number one contender. So it was only rightful for me to be the one headlining Devil's Playground. I'm the one who earned that spot, so I took it. Just like I took Katie's belt from him.
I know he was upset about it.
And if they get a problem with it, they can step up.
It was a great moment in game history, and James went on to fire the next day with his boys right at his side, the still G.A.M.E. YouTube tag team champions, after quote unquote from KD and Billy Ray Dog and JMR, an unjust victory at Devil's Playground. They proved that wrong on Fire, destroyed the Alphas all over again. No faults, and they walked out still tag team champions and walked you down to ringside for you versus Tucker, or you versus Blade, because Tucker got injured. Blade's upset about it. And you and Blade had one hell of a match. How do you feel after
Anytime
that?
I'm in the ring, it's going to be a hell of a match.
Blade, even after that ass
He ain't the first person that had it.
Blade is gonna call you out on Fire next week. Are you going to respond?
Blade can call if he wants. He better call somebody else, because all he's going to do is get his ass whooped.
Well, Brad has already said that you are the undisputed champion, and that it was proven once that you can beat Blade, and so he does not see a reason to put you guys back together, but he'll at least hear Blade out come Fire. And that's all I got for you here. You've done a lot in EFED already in the short time you've been in it. Well, it doesn't really feel short. It feels like dog years. I know it does. And anything you would like to say to anybody, any platform you want to do, any shout outs? And now's the time before I get into questions to anybody that's watching with us still.
Yeah, bottom line is this, I started in FMW. So FMW always be my home. And I know I apologize for this. I know I put a lot more focus in my W and AOH than I do in FMW. and I'd like to focus more on FMW, but you know, right now I'm also trying to produce Legacy for AOH. So that's taking up a lot of my time. Trying to I started on 19, and now we're transitioning all to 20. So I'm having to rebuild my roster and everything else. So I've been a little busy doing that. And but you know, anybody that wants to get into e-fetting, who's seeing it, watching this, there's a lot of e-feds out there. There's a lot of medical claim that they're the best. But bottom line is, if you're not part of in our family of e-feds, you're not in the best. You know, Jeremy King Chaos is the best producer, writer, commentator. I mean, when it comes to putting together a show, there's nobody better than Jeremy King Chaos. I'm not going to say no names of these other companies because I don't want to disrespect them. You know, they try their best to be like us, but they'll never be. But there are some other good ones out there, decent ones out there. But they're never going to be. They'll never be what Jeremy does. And Cody Omega, he produces Dynamite on AOH, and he's taken a lot of what Jeremy taught him and put into his show, just like you have with FMW. Honestly, if it weren't for the likes of Jeremy King Chaos, this E-Fed world would be dead.
Facts.
I mean, a lot of these people can claim this, claim that, but they goes. But Rob produces new and does a fantastic job doing it. And if it weren't for Jeremy King Chaos, I don't think none of these shows would even exist. Everything would be just a push share button fed, which to me is just trash. And I mean, I get people start out that way, but if you don't progress, you might as well stop. You gotta progress with everybody else. You can't just sit back and keep fucking putting out share button feds and expect people to enjoy them. You know. So if you're out there and you're looking to join a fed and you're willing to put into work, because you can't just sit around your ass and expect everybody to do something for you. You got to put into work. You got to promo. The best places to do it is if you're new starting out and ain't too sure about yourself, jump in FMW. Colton will fucking guide you and teach how to teach you the ropes and teach how to do things. And then when you're ready, jump up to AOH.
Yep.
Do like I do. I do both. But yeah, I mean, we're the best group on the planet. We put the best productions out on YouTube. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, and I think a
I can only
lot of
hope that
people
when I go with Legacy, that
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I think a lot of people listening just think that we talk up Jeremy and
go ahead.
AOH and MIW because we're in it, and that's not the case. If it wasn't for Jeremy, G.A.M.E FMW wouldn't be anything like it is today. If it wasn't for Jeremy, I know several other people whose game wouldn't be anywhere close to as good as it is today. And Jeremy's a great guy, whether what you've heard or what people tell you or anything of the above, or you just hate because you can't beat him. Like I would stand AOH next to anyone's EFED, and I've said before, I wouldn't even put my own EFED on a scale when it comes to the greatest EFEDs I know, just because I don't think of myself like that. And so when we can sit here and Jimmy can sit here and we can say that Jeremy, AOH, Cody Omega, Rob Roman with new DSN, and all them guys are great, and it's a great place to be. We mean it, and it's serious.
Exactly. You know, I will say one thing, and I'm probably gonna get some flack for this, but when it comes to commentary, and the only reason why, I guess, it's preference. Cody does his. I mean, he's he's quick with it. You know, Cody is a very quick person. He doesn't have to think ahead of time.
So
I guess he's
you
born
like
with golden
Cody.
tongue. And but yeah, I just love
You like Cody's
the way
commentary.
Cody puts shows together. I mean,
Yeah,
I get a little bit, just a little bit better.
I would have to say that
And I'm not saying Cody's better. I'm not saying he's better than Jen. Just preference wise, I like the way Cody does it.
See, the thing that gets me about Cody, I hope Cody's still watching. Cody, if you're still watching, drop a comment. His and no. It gets me every time. I love it.
Exactly, man. I'm Canadian accent, man. Just makes it a bit more authentic.
It's awesome. It's like Paul or what's his name, Romero. His is Mamma Mia or whatever he says on NXT. JR's got his. I feel like Cody's is and no.
No.
Yes, I want to get it on a
t-shirt.
I
mean, I love both of them, man. Just.
Oh man.
What is it? Maxwell Holiday says no.
Oh, whoa, man, we got a lot in on this. I asked a lot of questions. You answered them great. I feel like we touched on bases that weren't touched on by Mike Storm. And do you feel like we missed anything in this podcast from your characters or from your career in this last couple of months?
Not really missed anything, but no, not really. I did want to get James more involved in, out of besides just FMW. I'd like to get him involved in AOH and NEW, but other than that, there's something I would like to touch on. Last week during our show on NEW, I'm not saying no names. He knows what he did. He knows, and he truly regrets it. Me and him talked in private, but I'm just using this as an example. If you get into DFED for your own reasons, just don't get into DFED. Go do something else. You gotta support your friends. You gotta support your family. And I myself, I have not missed a live episode of MIW, AOH, NEW since I joined them. I've been there every episode during the premiere, in the chats, participating. And even if I'm on the card or not, I'm still there. Any power, I'm there. And it's not because, it's basically because you support the game, you support the group, you support the family. If all you are is about yourself, then you're not going to fit in AOH. I'm telling you now. And I think some people learned over this weekend and have gotten the idea that, e-fetting is about more than yourself. It's about the community. And right now, the e-fet community is so toxic that we've got to change it, or it's going to destroy itself, and we're not going to have this no more. And if we don't start with ourselves, we got to be the shining example to everybody else. Like I said earlier, we have some haters because they can't be us. Well, let's show them how to properly run a Fed, and let them learn from us, and build this community back up to like a family. Instead of something so damn toxic. If you get great people that into this business that are already thinking about leaving because the community is so toxic now, and it
Yeah.
breaks my heart that they talk like they want to leave and stuff because of it, and we got to change that.
Yeah, and it's a big thing with people, like you were saying, and I want to touch base back on that. I'm not going to bring the guy's name up, but you don't have to. If let's say you miss a live, right? We're not saying that because you got a real life. So if you miss a live, whatever, go back and watch it. Like me, I miss lives, but I go back and watch it, and I promo whether I have a match or not. Promo, participate. I got to admit, I haven't been
Yeah,
in the comments and likes and stuff like I'd want to be. But if people promo, I watch it in between times that I can, and that goes for all the e-feds I'm in, not just the ones I like. Like if you're in the e-fed, you need to put in work to that e-fed, and I promo no matter what. If I'm not on the card, I'll say some bullshit. I don't care. That's the other thing people need to understand is that if you didn't promo or you're not on the card, I mean, please promo. Please go watch the show. Promo about something. It doesn't just because you missed the live doesn't mean you missed the show. It's going to be up. Go back and watch it. Uh, I didn't make
yeah.
it to News
I mean,
Monday. I had to go back and watch it. War destroyed my boy. I was very pissed about it. I posted promo. It it's all about
yeah. I'm not saying everybody has to watch live. I'm just
yeah.
saying that's I'm
No,
just
I
saying
just
that's my
wanted to
preference.
elaborate.
That's the way I do it. Like
Yeah.
FMW. I can't watch your shows. Yeah, I understand. But like FMW, I can't catch your shows live because the time when you show them. But I always go back and watch them, and that's all people got to do. It's like if shit comes up on a show that you might not be booked for, but they might put you in there somewhere doing something, and you can need to know about it. So when you promo, you don't like a dumbass promoing something that you didn't have no idea happened, and you're like, looking there like an idiot. And I've seen people do that before.
It's probably
So
happened
just
to me. Like
you can't go back and watch it.
it's probably definitely happened to me. I on this last episode, I still need to go back and watch it. I've just been so busy. I just got home. I messaged you to start this podcast, and as soon as we get done, I got to go out and work and do a couple other things before I can even come back inside. Got it. It's a lot of busy stuff, but my life's starting
Exactly.
to
And,
catch.
everybody's got life and everybody's family and shit. So
Yep. And so it's just about making sure you still get back and you participate and try to at least. No matter what, I I fully believe in that. That if you at least show that you're trying, that people will give you the time of day. Uh, just try.
I mean, the only reason why I got the undisputed title in my W was because I put in work.
Hard work. Hard work.
I was dropping promos and everybody's even on the roster,
Mm-hmm.
and they saw that and they rewarded me for it. So if somebody who's in business for a few months at the time can come in and take the title away from Cody Omega and run for 90 days as the undisputed, in my personal opinion, the most prestigious title in the business, the MIW AOH undisputed title, and run with it for 90 days. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And everybody knows that, see my promos, I am not good at doing promos. My promos are shit, but I do them.
I mean, most prestigious title in AOH. I mean, who's held the undisputed title? You, Rob Roman. Who's held this bad boy? Triple C.
Right now, Rob Roman, me, Cody Omega, Jack Lee.
Oh well, you're bringing over MIW history. All right, that's totally different.
One of my coffees. Sorry about that, man. My nephew come out talking.
Oh, it's fine, man.
I don't know, man. Hey, you never know, man. You might be next.
Yeah.
You've held more titles than I've had. Thank you. Man, I tell you, man, these same things right here are fucking
We're about to get
addictive.
the views. We got the dog. Oh man. Oh, this has been a great interview, bro. I always love chit chatting with you. You're one of my favorite people in the eFed world today. Guys, if you don't know who that is, who I just got done having an interview with, and then now we're just bullshitting, that's Jimmy Raulerson, aka James Raulerson, aka Lucian Gage, who is Sinister, aka Damian Gage. And you can catch him in FMW Game on this channel. You can catch him on New on the DSN network. You can catch him on AOH, formerly known as MIW. And I believe this man is going to be doing so much in the next year or so that you can definitely stay tuned. He runs his own show on the AOH channel that I'll let him plug before I get done here. Um, and yeah, this is Triple C telling you that you need to go check out all them guys, AOH New, and my other homies, XBTW, Lit, uh, having a brain fart, so if I'm not mentioning, sorry. So yeah, Jimmy, if you want to plug your show that you are running.
But there's one thing I want to say real quick before we go.
Yeah.
Jack Lee, Jackson Beauregard, I hope I'm saying that right. He is starting a new thing on Digital Sports Network where he's going to be running a Madden League, NFL Madden League on NFL Madden 20. Be a general managers league. There's going to be storylines. You know, he's going to get more into it later on. There's still quite a few teams left open if anybody wants to get involved. He's got, and I think Rob heck, he's involved. He's got the Saints. So there's a lot of teams left. I think it's going to be real fun. It's going to be on the Digital Sports Network. Like I said, it's going to be general manager. It's going to be very interesting, put it that way. So if anybody interested, hit Jack up, hit somebody up, hit Colton up. He'll get you into contact with Jack.
Definitely.
You know, Jack Lee. But yeah.
Definitely. The Madden League is going to be something I will actually get the link for DSN and AOH, and I will drop the links down in the description below. Jimmy, thank you for being here, bud. I'm going to go ahead and send you out and have a little chit chat with the group, and then that's the end of episode 2. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Jimmy, thank you for being here. You hear me?
My pleasure, brother.
Oh, okay. All right. Later, bro.
Yeah, my pleasure, man.
All right, guys. That was the G.A.M.E. Undisputed Champion, Jimmy Raulerson. James Raulerson. Oh, great guy. He does a phenomenal job running all three of his characters. He makes sure to give them differently. Like I was not good. You catch him on AOH. You can catch him on Game FMW. He's gonna be doing big things there. He runs his own EFED on AOH as well, which I didn't get him to plug. I actually forgot because he started talking about Jack Lee stuff. But I will put the links down in the description to AOH and DSN on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching, man. I really appreciate it. Before I go, I want to thank Little Egypt Aquarium Club, Jeremy Stellhorn. I want to thank Fish Our Family. I want to thank Fat Money Designs and everyone on the team over there as well. None of this could be possible without everyone involved, including everyone on the rosters on G.A.M.E FMW, AOH New. This is for every EFED. Axel Cage, I see your comment. He already left, but yeah, me too, man. Anyone that can be more than one person, and he pulls it off really well. I it's hard to explain unless you go back and you watch promos and stuff, but you can literally feel when it's a totally different person, or at least I can. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching episode 2, Kicking It with Triple C. I'm only doing 1 or 2 of these a week, and this is probably my 2 for the week. Maybe one more, you never know, right? The next one is going to be another review, and I'm going to review. Oh, sorry, Mike's over here. I want to review uh, AOH Kingdom of Honor. The pay-per-view. I might even do the whole weekend, but that'd be a hell of a sitting. So we'll probably do it in increments, and I'll do AOH's first with the one that started on Friday, and then I'll do New Undisputed that was supposed to be that next day. Lay down. What's wrong with you? I don't know why you keep licking the couch. You're so weird. Uh, and then AOH the next day. So I'm gonna try to touch base on all those. It probably won't be all in one live, but you never know, right? Thank you guys. See you next time.